so we are going to jump into looking at the area of a circle today. So the area of a circle is when we are trying to find basically this inside shape of a circle like that. Okay. Can I get some suggestions on what you think the area is going to be? What is our formula going to be for this area of a circle? So pop it in the chat for me. And then we'll, okay, I'm seeing some things here. I'm seeing some C. Okay, yeah, I'm liking these answers. Absolutely, our area is equal to pi times our radius squared. Good. Okay, now some people over there, I saw that there was a C sneaking in. So just be careful when we're talking about our C. I'm just going to actually make these colors match so that we're all on the same page. So that's our area over there. If we're talking about our C, we would be talking about this outside part, which is our circumference. Okay, and the circumference of a circle is pi or 2 pi r, or pi times diameter. Okay, so our area of a circle is pi times radius squared. And if we're looking at a radius and I extended that by another radius, what do I create? If I have two radii like that, what do I create? A diameter. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, beautiful. Okay, with this knowledge, I'm throwing you guys right into the deep end. I want you to give this question underneath it a try.
Y'all are doing just good, my pebs. My network bad on my side. Let's go, my people. Y'all are doing just good. Teacher Jen, you are muted unless if you are giving us time to calculate. There we go.
So sorry guys. Yeah, so there was a whole lot of craziness happening this side. I didn't think you needed to see all the craziness that was going on. Okay, I'm seeing great things that are happening over here. I'm seeing beautiful answers. The only thing that I'm not seeing is units, which is making me a little bit grumpy. Here we go. Okay, beautiful. So when we're looking at this, we've got our circle, we've got our radius, which is 5 centimeters here. So we're going to say our area is equal to pi times our radius squared. So our area is going to be pi times 5 squared. And by this point, we should all be complete happinesses with our calculators. If you're not feeling comfortable with your calculator, please let me know. So if you're getting a different answer, it's important that you let me know so that we can try and sort that out. And now my answer over here is 78,5398. Okay, and I'm wanting to round it off to 2 decimal places, and I'm seeing some good answers happening over there. And so we're going to look at the third decimal place, and it's going to round our 3 off to a 4. So we're going to have 78,54 centimeters squared, which is beautiful. Okay, no problem, Burlington. How can I help? Tell me what's going on.
Ma'am, thing, you see, like the things we do here in class, like we do them after the second day. But when our teacher teaches us, he makes our things confusing. So those things just go away.
Okay, so are you having a problem with this question you're currently seeing on the board?
No, because we haven't done it. So yeah.
So you're still
I'm-
fine with this one?
Yeah, because we haven't done it at school.
Okay.
So the confusion doesn't come.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. That's a good thing. I mean, that's a good thing. Karabo, how can I help?
Hi, ma'am.
Hmm.
So in our class, they said the pi equals to 3,142.
Okay.
So
Lots of schools will ask you to do that. And so then your answer might be slightly different to mine.
yes, because I was given 78,55.
So I'm just going to double check your answer for me just to make sure that it's, yeah, so 78,55 is perfect. Totally fine. Okay. Tianaki, yes, how can I help?
Babe, so like, I just want to know today
Yeah.
why we put the square root. I mean, if you understand what I mean, I want to centimeters, we see not the square root, we put it squared. So like, I want to know if it was a semicircle, what we gonna say square.
Okay, whenever you are working out area, then you are going to have centimeters squared every time.
But what if it's a small circle?
Yeah, if it's a small circle, if it's a semicircle, if it's a triangle, if it's a square, if it's a rectangle, if it's a trapezium, if it's a kite, if you are working out area, so you're working out the inside of it, it's always going to be units squared every time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Portia, how can I help? You just need to unmute on your side over there.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, how can I help?
I'm not understanding how you get the answer.
The final answer?
Yes.
Okay, so what's happening when you're putting it into your calculator? What do you see on your calculator screen when you put it in?
I see an answer which is 78.5398.
Okay,
And
so
zero zeros.
That's this answer over here though. So that's the right answer.
I mean, how did you find the last one?
So all I'm doing in this last one is I'm rounding off to 2 decimal places. So I'm looking at the third decimal and I'm making my second decimal go up by 1 because the third decimal place was a 9.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand. Thanks.
No problem. Guys, I do see your hands here. I will come to those questions. I'm just going to put another question on the board for those who are wanting to do the next question so long. Okay. Patience, how can I help?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
So, ma'am, the question I wanted to ask, ma'am, like the second question over here, the unit is millimeters, but she said it should always be centimeters. So
No. The unit will always be whatever the question is. So centimeters, millimeters, meters, whatever. But whenever it's area, this is always squared. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. I'm glad that you asked that question. Okay. if you want to give this one a go, give it a go. Let's see how it works out. Let's get some volunteer hands popping up there. Oh, and Num coming in strong right in the beginning. I like it.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Num.
So first I wrote down my method.
Okay,
A equals pi times r squared.
perfect.
And then I substituted it and I said A equals pi times 12 millimeters squared.
Okay, why did you know that it was 12?
Because it's a radius and the radius is half of the diameter.
Good. Our radius is 12 because our diameter is 24. Excellent. Okay. So when we put that into our calculator, what do we get?
Got 452
Mhm.
dot 300 and 39. I rounded
Beautiful.
off.
Good. That's right. 39. What would my
Millimeters
unit
squared.
be?
Millimeters squared.
Perfect, Anam. Nice job. 100%. Okay, so we're going to say pi times our radius squared. We know our radius is half of our diameter, so we know our radius is 12, and then it would be 452,39. Okay. Apiwe, how can I help?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
For my answer, I got 452,389.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
so
I
yeah.
also be able to round off the 3 to a 4?
To round things off to. So if you, it depends on which, yeah. So if you had 452,389, if your teacher wanted you to round this off to 1 decimal place, then you would say 452,4. If she wanted
okay.
you to round it off to 2 decimal places, then it would be 452,39.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool. Cool. Tiana, how can I help?
Ma'am, is the question gonna ask us to like round it off to the 2 decimal place or 1 decimal place?
Generally speaking, we always work things out to 2 decimal places. But unless the question has said otherwise.
Yes, ma'am, but I'm still not understanding the 38 because I wrote 38 millimeters squared.
So
Is
what we had here is we had 452,389, blah, 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 right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this 9 over here, because that number is bigger than 5, it's going to make this number go up. And so that's why that 8 is going to become a 9.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Do we always have to round off to 2 decimal places? General rule is 2 decimal places unless the question tells you something different. Batu, how can I help?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Like, ma'am, I wanted to ask, like, okay, so like the numbers that I've been getting are right, but like the decimals are like wrong. Like the numbers after the comma are wrong. I don't know how you guys like get your 389 and your 54.
Are you using pi or are you using 3,14?
3,14.
Yeah, so if you're using 3,14, your numbers are going to look a little bit different.
So is it wrong or right?
No, if your school wants you to use 3,14, then what you've got there is right.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, last question, then we're going to move on to something a little bit different. Mfile, how can I help?
Ma'am, is it wrong if you leave your answers in pi?
It is wrong unless the question says in terms of pi. So if the question says in terms of pi, then you can leave your answer with pi. But if it doesn't say that, then we need to round it off.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so oh, sorry, I didn't mean to unmute you there for a second. So this is looking at as basic as these questions can go. Okay, it can't get more basic than this. This is looking at our area of a circle if they give us a radius, and the area of a circle if they give us our diameter. So this is definitely not going to be worth more than 2 marks, a question like this, because you're not having to do any sort of additional thinking. You're just using a formula and putting what you can see from the formula into it. Okay. And Tommy, welcome. We love our new students. We hope you have a good time here with us today. So the next question that we're going to look at is looking at things a little bit differently. So we're going to look at this type of question. The reason this question is different is because we're going to have to work backwards a little bit. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a helping hand, and then I want you guys to also try and engage with this and see how it goes and see how you can make your way through it. Okay. Chuma, I'll ask you, Linda, to change your name for you. So in this question, and I always find when you get like a story sum like this, it's helpful to draw something out, but that's just because that's how my brain works. Your brain might not work like that. Okay. So we have a circle, and the area of our circle is equal to 320 centimeters squared. Okay. That's a radius, and that's a diameter. So that's my diameter, that's my radius. And they are wanting us to find the diameter of the circle. We also know that the formula for the area of a circle is pi r squared. Okay. And we know that if we find r, we can find d. So I want you to think about this question. I want you to play around with a few things on your side. I want you to move things around with the formula. Think about what information they've given you. Think about what you're looking for. So think about this formula here. All right, that's the formula. Our formula for the area of a circle is pi times r squared. Think about what information they've given. All right. Think about what we're trying to find. See if you can find that thing, and then see if you can find the diameter. And if you don't all make it to the end of this question, that's fine, but I don't want anyone to give up before trying. So I want everyone to have tried something on their piece of paper in the next couple of minutes. Just try something. Even if you're feeling stressed or lost or you're not too sure where to start, I want you to reread this question and reread it and reread it and try something. So there should be something on your piece of paper by the end of these minutes. No, Tiana, you can't just give up. The answer can absolutely be a decimal. You will at some point have to use a square root, yes. Oh, getting some answers coming in. Just give it a try. Just give it a try. You don't have to get to your final destination. I just want you to try some things on the journey here. And I'm not going to be strict with decimal places. So if you have 1 decimal place or 2 decimal place, I'll be happy. If you're like in the right ballpark, I'll be happy. Okay. Let's go through this. We are wanting to fill in the information that we know. Okay. So our area is 320. So we're going to put that there. Our area is 320 is equal to pi times radius squared. Okay. we are trying to find our radius. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide by pi. Okay, I'm just going to do that on my calculator. You can actually do this all in one step, but I'm just going to show you each step as we go. Okay, so 320 divided by pi gives me 101, 8. Sorry, my comma looks like a number. 859, and that is equal to our radius squared. Okay, before I carry on, is there anyone who's uncertain about what I've written up until this point? Let me know. That's fine, Anna, because you're using 3,14, totally fine. Okay, then we think about when we're working with Pythagoras and we have something squared and we're wanting it to not be squared, we square root it, right? So we are going to square root both sides. We're going to square root both sides. I'm going to square root 101,859. All right. And I'm going to see that R is equal to 10,09. So my radius is 10,09. If you made it 10,1, that's okay. But that's not what the question wanted. The question wanted the diameter of the circle. And so now we have to think, well, if our radius is 10,09, our diameter is going to be 10,09 times 2. Okay, so our diameter is going to be 20,18. And then our units, because diameter is a length, it's a single unit, it's going to be a single unit of centimeters. And that would be our final answer. Okay. So this was a lot. There was a lot going on here. There was a lot happening. And I did actually see quite a few people who got to the right answer, which was great. So when we're looking at a question like this, you would definitely get marks for being able to identify where things would go in this formula. So definitely getting to that point over there, you would definitely be getting a mark for finding R. And then you'd probably get one for working in here and probably one for the diameter. So probably between 4 or 5 marks for a question like this. Yeah, Umphile, sometimes some teachers want you to write out all the decimal places. Okay, yeah, Linomta, how can I help?
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, I wanted to ask, when you divided 320 and pi times r squared by pi, the answer 101,859, ma'am. Would it be wrong if you rounded that off also to the nearest 2 decimal place, or should you only round off once you get your final answer?
Yeah, so generally we only like to round off till the end. So if you sort of have decimals halfway through, generally keep 3 or 4 decimals while you're working, because then your answer will be more likely to be 100% correct.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, Sia, how can I help?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, you see where you said 320 divided by pi, why did we use pi?
So think about it like this. Think if I gave you like a normal algebra questions, like if I gave you, sorry, hold on. There we go. Okay, if I gave you, oh, man, oh, my pens are causing me issues. Everything's falling apart here. Okay, 2x, let's try this pen. Nope. Just having a grand time over here. I'm so sorry, Sia. If you had 2x is equal to 10, just imagine that, right? And you're trying to get x to be alone, you would divide both sides by 2, right? Okay, so this is the same idea. So we're trying to get r to be alone. So we have pi r, and then let's imagine that was just 10. Doesn't really matter. If we're trying to get r to be alone and that pi is being times by the r, in order for me to get rid of the pi on this side, I have to divide by pi. And so if I'm dividing by pi on that side, I'm dividing by pi on this side.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Tiana, how can I help?
Okay, ma'am. So like on this algebra like did pi thing, I did a question in class and my teacher told me I can't just cross out under. Remember ma'am said like if we're doing fractions and then if our denominators are the same, we can cancel all of them out.
Yeah.
Now my teacher says it's wrong if I do it like that.
Okay, so just be careful. If it's an equation, so like if I have x over 2 is equal to 4x over 2. Okay, so we know it's an equation because there's an equal sign. Then I can cancel out the denominators. So then x is equal to 4x, whatever that situation is. Okay, but if it's just a normal fraction question like x over 2 plus 4x over 2, then I can't cancel the denominators because then I'm adding fractions. So then it's something different.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. All right, last one, and then we're going to take a quick brain break, and then we're going to do a couple more questions. Karabo, how can I help?
Oh, ma'am, so whether the diameter is 2,18 or 20,18 or 20,2, does it matter? Is it still gonna, are we still gonna get marks on it?
So I would be kind in a question like this because it's quite a tough question. But if the question very specifically says 2 decimal places, then they would take a mark off. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, we are going to go down to Brian for our brain break. For those of you who are new, our brain break is just something lighthearted that we do in the middle of the lesson. If you don't really understand what's going on, it's not the end of the world. It's just something silly to do to break up the lesson. Okay. So our brain break today is dingbats. We haven't had a dingbat in a while, so there are 3 dingbats for you to do for the brain break. If you don't know what a dingbat is, it is a picture, and you have to figure out either what the word is, what the phrase is, what the sentence is, what the movie title is, any of those things. Okay. They're not terribly hard today. The one is particularly easy, but let's see how they go. Okay. So for our new people, this is Brian. Brian takes us on our brain break. Yondela, I know that the Chinese that you're typing is not rude in any way, but it's very frustrating for the other students that they don't know what's going on. So if we could avoid doing that, that would be great. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. First one. No, I know Yandela. I Google translated it to make sure that it was okay. So I know that it's fine. I'm just saying that other people don't know what you're saying. Okay. First one over here. If you look at it carefully, it's not tricky.
Yeah, like getting warmer and warmer every single time.
Like some of you are like right on the nose.
Yeah, especially when Dela is just right there.
There we go, P-way. That was definitely the closest. That was the closest. And then like other people came right under. So Yondela, you were like right there, but you just had it Mixed up a little bit.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
Yasmin got it first.
I think a Pee-wee got there before Jasmine.
Oh, yeah, true. Oh, sorry, Pee-wee.
So
Well
this
done.
one was missing you. I think Dilshad had I miss you, which I actually feel like you should get because that's pretty close. But it was definitely missing you. And the reason it's missing you, for those of you who are not seeing it, our U should be there. It should be in between the T and the V, and it's not there. It's missing. So it's a missing U. Mandela, you were right there though. You were on it. You have to think about like something you would say. Like you wouldn't say the U is missing. Do you know what I mean? You were so close though. Okay, the next one is nice and easy. I think you'll all be fine. Yes, Dilshad. Yes.
Well done.
And Ria coming in strong afterwards. Nice. 1 in a million. Nice job. So there's our 1, and it is in a million. Patience. You're not being scared. You just gotta be fast. Dilshad was just too fast for everyone. Oh no, Q, that's so upsetting. Ah, just lazy to type. Sure. We all believe you, Fatih. We all believe you. Okay. All right, one last one for the evening. There we go. Dilshad. Shad. Am I saying it wrong? Dilshad. Is that better? School time. High school. Yes. Nice. A Pee-wee. I think that was a Pee-wee's one again. Definitely high school. Patience. A Pee-wee just beat you, but you were right there. Oh, did I miss you? Rebecca, I'm so sorry. Shad. Hold on. Let me read this properly. Shad, like the way you pronounced up. Oh, I feel like I'm ruining your name now. Your keyboard is trying to sabotage you. I'm so sorry. No, but it's your name. So I will work on it. Okay, nice job, guys. You did good. You did very, very good. Let's jump back into some questions. I want us to do one more question like the one that we just did. And then I want us to try and see if we have time to do one juicy question. We'll see if we have time to get there. We'll see how things go. Because you also have your quiz today. Okay, so this question is saying that the area of a circle, so here's my circle, area, oh goodness, exactly, juicy means very hard. Okay, so that circle over there, the area is equal to 3 meters squared of that circle, okay? And they are wanting the circumference. Now, we know we can't just jump straight to the circumference because our formula for the area is this. But think very carefully. If you were able to know what radius is, would you be able to find the circumference? That's my question to you. So I want you to think about this question carefully. I want you to approach it in a very similar way to the way you approached the previous question. And I want you to see if you can find the circumference. And when you have the circumference, I want you to make sure that when you give me the answer in the chat, that you also give me the units. So approach it in a very, very similar way. Yeah, Tatum, I like that. Okay, so when we're working with circumference, circumference is 2 times pi times r. I like it. So think about what you need to find. Work your way backwards. If I do, but you were doing it the other day. This is how we find our circumference. We just pop it into that formula over there. Your circumference is 2 times pi times your radius. Roberto, don't forget to put your units there. Yeah, so Karabo, yes, in a circle, if you have a full circle, so just be careful with that, because if it's a semicircle, it's different. But if you have a full circle, the perimeter of that circle would be its circumference. Yeah.
Y'all are doing well, my babes.
Yelena, I'm seeing a message that we need to do that exam poll again.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Can we do that quickly with this class? Obviously, we didn't do it with the others, but can we quickly pop it up for these guys now?
Okay. Let me just do that. The final exam date, I guess.
Yeah, but there is apparently there is a poll, so you just need to, yeah. Okay, guys, if you don't mind just doing this for us quickly, sorry, we will carry on with the lesson. It's important for us to know. So can you please just fill this in? It's just when your exams are. Yeah, thanks. And if you can do it like as quickly as possible, then we can jump back into the lesson and we can not waste any time. I hope those of you who don't know, I hope your exams aren't starting like next week. Oh, Pee-wee, I'm sorry.
Hey, let's vote, my babes. There's still a lot of you that needs to vote.
Okay, come guys, can we vote quick?
And then you can just say after the 11th or of November, you can choose whatever that suits your exam schedule.
Patience, don't be worried about your answer. There've been lots of different answers that have popped up in the chat. So don't stress. I promise I'll talk you through every step. Up sweetheart, I think I'm going to talk through these ones just because they're quite complicated. And I don't want people to get confused with the different steps. That's the only reason. But maybe one of our later ones, if we have time. Our time is like zooming out our hands today.
I don't think I'll get 100%. My peps, you need to vote so that I can get the 100%. It just means some of you haven't voted. That's why I have 87%. So please vote. Like this, it will help you and us.
Okay, Yolanda, I'm calling it. I've taken a screenshot. I'm going to put it on Slack.
Thank you.
those of you who didn't vote, you didn't vote, but we got to we got to carry on with our lesson. Okay. Cool. Here we go. So what we've got is area is equal to pi r squared. So we need to now try and figure this out. So our area is equal to 3, and that's equal to pi r squared. We're going to divide both sides by pi. Okay. So when we do that, this pi is going to cancel with that pi. All right. I'm going to pop that into my calculator. So 3 divided by pi. And that gives me the beautiful answer of 0,9549. So I'm going to leave it to 4 decimal places, but you do what you need to do at school. Okay, and that's equal to r squared. Now I want r to be alone. I don't want it to be squared. So I'm going to square root both sides. And I'm going to see that r is equal to 0,9549 square rooted, which gives us 0,977. Or you can, let's just say 98. Yeah, you can absolutely key in the whole sum. 100% you can. Okay. Cool. So now at this point over here, now we have our radius. Okay. And when we have our radius, now we have to think about what the question is actually asking. The question is asking for our circumference. Okay. That's the next thing we're going to do. Our circumference is equal to 2 times pi times radius. All right, so I'm actually going to leave this as 9,77 just because it's not my final answer. All right. If you rounded yours off, it's fine. Okay, so my circumference is equal to 2 times pi times 0,9771. Or if you said 97 or 98, I'm happy with all of those at the moment. So 2 times pi times 0,9771. And that gives me the answer of my circumference equaling 6,14 meters. And it's circumference, it's not area. And so my meters are a singular unit, and that would be my final answer. Okay, so when we're looking at marks here, yeah, if you got 6,12, I think what happened there was either you rounded off early or you used 3,14. So I'm absolutely happy if you got 6,1 something, you're probably on the right track. If you got 6,09, you were probably also on the right track, and you just rounded off along the way, or you used a different version of pi. Okay, but mark wise, I definitely would be giving you at least 3 for getting to that point of your radius, and at least 2 for finding your circumference here. Yeah, Apiwe, how can I help?
Okay, well, ma'am, I got a different answer because I said, so you use 0,9549. I use 0,954. So I never put the 9.
Okay, so you said the square root of 0,954. So then yours would have been 0,976.
Gave me, oh, okay, all right. Oh, you're all right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
It's okay. Yeah, Karabo, how can I help?
Ma'am, how do we always know that we should divide by pi?
So it's really just like thinking about what you're looking for. So here I'm looking for r. So I want r to be alone. So think about it how you would think about an algebraic equation where you want x to be alone. Instead of x, we've just got an r. So we're dividing by pi, so that pi basically moves onto the other side. That's why we're dividing by pi.
Oh, okay, thank you, ma'am.
No problem. Tiana, how can I help?
Okay, ma'am. So like when you divide the 3 by pi, must you always only have 4 digits after the comma?
Generally, if you have 4, your final answer will still be right. But if you're worried, you can write a few more.
But even if you write a few more, it's still gonna be right.
Yeah. Look, if you're really stressed, the best thing to do here would be to not work that out and to write the square root of 3 over pi. Then your answer will be as pure as it can possibly be. But rounding it off to 4 decimal places, you'll always get to the right answers.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Rebetso, that's a difficult question for me. So quite a few schools always give you the formulas for your different measurements. And then a lot of schools don't. So you need to ask your maths teacher if that's something that they will give you or something that they won't. Okay. Shimologo, I think. How can I help?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi,
How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm good, and yourself?
Ma'am, I got an answer of 6,094. I just wanted to make sure if it's correct.
What were you using for pi?
I just used it straight from the calculator's pi, ma'am. I didn't do it as
Okay.
direct,
Did you round off this
Oh,
number
ma'am.
over here?
I didn't round anything off.
So what did you make that number?
Which number, ma'am?
This one that's under the square root. When you said 3 divided by pi.
Oh, ma'am, I made it 0,95.
Okay, so you rounded that one off to 2 decimal places.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the reason your number is looking a little bit different is because you didn't keep all of these decimal places here.
Okay, ma'am.
So when you're working through a question, try and keep decimal places just until you get to your final answer.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, no problem.